Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Uh, we have our lab about data display and cartography. That is basically our lab 10 related to the chapter 10 of the Chang book. We will follow a timeline as a quick revision of the chapter theory. Then we will make some maps, a chloropleth map, and then we will make some map using graduated symbols, and then we will be learning how to label the different shape files, and then we will finally conclude our lab. This lab is more or less related to mapping, right? So it is important, but we must understand some basic concepts and basic techniques which are used to map features in ArcMap. So starting on with, first of all, we have a task one, that is to make a chloropleth map. First, we need to understand what is basically a chloropleth map. In this task, we must understand that if we have some shape file and we want to display some statistics of that shape file based on some criteria, for example, administrative unit, etc. So that type of map is actually chloropleth map. So the first task that asks us to add a shape file of us.shp shape file. Here I have opened the ArcMap. The first thing you have to do is to insert the data frame. You have to insert three data frames. One is conterminous, second one is Alaska, and the third one is Hawaii. So these three data frames are related to our three tasks of today's lab. First of all, you must insert these three data frames. The first one is conterminous. Now, when you have inserted the data frame, just right click on it and click on add data and select us.shp shapefile. So this shapefile will be added, right? So just click zoom to layer and click on activate to activate this data frame. So this is basically a shapefile of US. So this is our first task, that is to add some shapefile, right? And then is to change its symbology based on the Z change value, right? So you just have to right click it, go to the properties section, and in the properties you have to click the quantities, right? In the quantities you have to select the graduated colors, and in value you have to select the Z change, right? So this Z change value will be actually mapped. Click on apply and click OK. So you will see a good looking map which tells you the Z change values, right? So this is the basic of the map making, that you have to add some data, go to its properties, and in the properties go to the symbology section and make some map of your choice. Okay, the next thing what we have to do is we can change the values, right? Here you can see that we have a range, right? If I go back to properties again, and here you can change the color ramp of your choice. For example, I want this one. You just have to click apply and the color ramp will be changed. So it's up to you. The second thing is to classify different things. For example, here I have made 5 classes. You can make 6 classes as well. You can make 10 classes as well, and click OK, click apply. So your map will be changed, classes will be changed. So it's up to you. Okay, the next thing, you can alter the values as well. For example, here I don't want minus 5.7, I want to start from 6. So just have to change this. If you go to the classify section, here I have the first value of 0.8, right? Starting from this, you can change actually the range from here. For example, this is 1.4. So here you can see that my new values are from minus 5.7 till 1.4. So you can change the label over here as, for example, I want here minus 6 till 1.4 and click apply. Okay, so these labels will be changed, right? So this is the basic of adding the data and changing the classes and making the map. Okay, the next thing we have to we can change the colors as well, right? From the box, if you click any box and you can choose a different color, it will be displayed. So these are some basics of map making. The next step is to insert a new data frame and make it, rename it as Alaska. So for task 2, I have already added a new data frame and I have renamed it as Alaska. So you have to add data frame from insert data frame, rename it to Alaska and add US shapefile again, and browse to your folder where your dataset has been placed. Click on chapter 10 us.shp and click activate. Now this data frame will actually be displayed. You have to zoom to this section by using the zoom tool, right? So this is actually a map of uh, focusing on this region with a z change value, right? So the next step is to add another named as Hawaii and add us.shp to that, right? So I have added here from insert data frame, rename it to Hawaii, and then you have to select the us.shp. If you click on activate, so it will be displaying some islands over here, right? So this is simply adding the data frame, renaming the data frame, and uh, changing zooming into some section and choosing that area. So we have now 3 data frames. Now we are going to move towards the map making, right? So in map making, what is important here, you have two views. One is data view and the second one is layout view. If you click on the layout view, you will have something like this or different, right? So what you have to do actually is to insert some different features to make this thing appealing. For example, first here I want to insert title, right? And in title you can insert anything. For example, I have already entered here population change by state from 1990 till 2000. So just click on it, enter your text, change the symbol and click OK. So your title will be added over here. Like you can see, I have added actually a title, population change by state 1992 till 2000. The next thing is to add scale bars. You can see these scale bars which are already inserted. Just go to the insert section and select a scale bar. So for example, I want this scale bar to be inserted. Just click OK and this scale bar will be inserted over it. If you right click, go to its properties, and in properties if you want to change this division, so here you have to select adjust division and division values, and you can enter the value of your choice, and you can change the subdivisions as well. For example, I want 440 unit. You can change from kilometers as well, or any other of your choice. So this is basically adding the scale. Similarly, you can change the symbols as well, color, size. For example, from 10 to 20 you can change it, apply OK, your size will be increased. So following the same method, I have inserted 3 scales for each layer. And the next thing is to add the legend. You just have to go to insert section, click on this legend icon, and in legend you can use US or any other. For example, if you have file, rename it as legend, next, finish, and your legend will be inserted over here. Following the same method, I have inserted legend over here. Now here you can see that in legend you have US Z change. If you want to change this, for example, let's activate uh, here, go to the property section, and in title you can change. For example, I want to enter population or pop for this legend. You can just click OK, so your legend will be displayed over here. This thing US Z change, this is basically the name of this file. For example, if you want to just go to the general section, remove it and click OK, go to the property section, remove it and click OK. So you can see that US has been removed from here. So it's better to rename the layer as rate of population change, so your legend will be inserted over here. So you can change different properties, right? And the next thing is to add data sources or projection information. So just add your text, dynamic text. If you want to enter dynamic text, just enter the coordinate system. Your coordinate system full information will be added over here. Similarly, if you want to add some title or some text like data sources, you can have here window of text. Just enter some text. For example, this click here, you can enter the data sources whatsoever, then you can change the symbol, right? So this way you can add data sources, you can add the projection information, you can add the datum information, and then you can adjust the features. The next thing is to change the background. For example, go to the properties section and go to the frame, and here you have the background option. For example, I want this one background, click OK, your background will be changed. Here you can see a north arrow, go to the insert section, you just have to insert north arrow of your choice, click OK, your north arrow will be displayed over here, right? So this is actually making the map. Similarly, you have other option, if you want to insert some picture, you can insert the picture from here, and the last thing, you have to insert a neat line, right? You have to, for example, this is the border, I have selected point 2, click OK, your neat line will be added over here. So these are the basics of map making. You have to insert title, you have to insert scale bar, you have to insert legend, datum information, projection, data source information, projection information, north arrow you have to insert a neat line. And if you have the picture available, you can insert some picture if it visually looks good. After all these steps, once you have entered the map, or you have completed all the information of making a map, you just have to go to file, click on export map, and for example, I want to save it to desktop as a JPG image of 600 dpi. Click save, your map will be exported. So you just have to go to the desktop now, and in desktop you can see that you will have a map displayed. So these are some basics of map making. I hope till here you are clear. Okay, our next task is to label some features using some files. Let's insert another data frame, and in that data frame make it active, and just go to the data view and add some data. For example, here we have Charlies and cities. Just add these two files, or if you want to add some other file, you can just go to the Charlies file. Let's remove them. Now labeling the features is very important. First of all, go to the properties section, go to the symbology, go to some categories, and let's see how many features are there. For example, I have here categories section, unique values, and I have selected name. So all my layers will be now colorized based on these name. If I have the requirement of labeling the feature, I have to right click and select label features. So you can see some name displayed over here. If you go to the properties section again and go to labels, so here you can see that which field basically you want to label. For example, I want to label it based on name. I want to change the color size, this text size, make it 16. I can change the placement options, horizontal, vertical, curved. Similarly, I can change this other option, label styles, etc. So I have chosen here name Arial 16 and click apply. OK. So you can see that my labels are being displayed over here. If it does not look good, reduce the symbol size to 12, click apply and click OK. Right. So this is the method of labeling the features. Now if you want to make a map, just you have to go to the layout view, right? And in the layout view, just activate that data frame and remove all others. Now you can see that you have only this data frame available. So you have to adjust it, zoom it so that it covers actual area. So you have to basically alter it, the width of the window, so that it looks good. Once you are done with all these things, you just have to change the title, you just have to add the north arrow, you just have to add the scale bar and other properties. For example, if you want to add some different title, just click on this just zoom it more. Okay, if you want to change the projection information, set it to here, data, bring it to this side, for example, if you want the same title to use. And similarly, you can insert the north arrow, right? So you can beautify your map based on what requirement you have. So this is adding some data, inserting the data frame, renaming the data frame. You just go to properties, rename it to task 4, click OK. So, and you can insert legend and other thing. For example, I want my legend to be inserted over here in 3 columns. So you can see that I have a legend over here. Now I have to reduce this so that my legend looks good. So this is basically basics of some map making. So you have to adjust it of so that it looks good. At the end you have to insert the neat line, and you can go to the properties section. Here you can have other information. For example, if you want to insert some grid, you just have to go to the grid, select graticules, next, labels only, or other options. So you will have a grid displayed over here, right? So you can change the properties of the grid as well. Go to the properties section, and in the label section, left right uncheck, click OK, and click OK. So you will have your labels displayed over here. So here you can see that you have the labels on top and at the bottom. If you want on the left and right as well, so go to properties again, select the properties section, vertical labels, left right vertical, click OK, apply. Here you can see that you have now vertical labels over here. So the last thing, once you have completed all these steps, go to the file, export, name the file, select the type you want to save, and click save. Right, so this is the actually map making in ArcMap. Let's have a quick revision. Insert the data frame, rename the data frame, add some data, go to the properties section, go to the symbology section, and go to categories, unique values, or go to quantities, graduated symbol, choose the field of your choice which you want basically to display, and click apply, OK. And then you can label the features as well, and then you can actually insert, go to the layout view here and insert some other features, other options like legend, north arrow, datum information, coordinate information. You can change the background as well, and you can insert a grid actually as well. You can go to the frame section, click on background, etc. So these are different things you can perform in ArcMap. At the end you will have a visually appealing map. So this is some basic lab of map making. Thank you.